morning, traders. Welcome to the TMT Stock Market Strategy video for Friday, June 17th. Well, we had a wild ride this week. Really good stuff. Like I mentioned, we're going to have a pent-up in volatility that's going to create opportunity for all of us. So that's really, really good. Yesterday, we had a little move lower. Actually, a big move lower in the pre-market follow-through to the opening at 9:30. Right around 10:30-ish, the markets kind of based a little bit and made a low, and then just started to grind higher again. Okay, so how do you, why did that happen? Well, no one really knows what happened, but I think the shorts 6 days straight down. The markets were oversold on a shorter term time frames, 15-minute, 30-minute charts, 5-minute charts, the real short time frames, and that's where we get a little bit of a bounce. Shorts covered, and then the longs for the day came in and looked to buy for a quick trade. We also have a pin. Remember, the spider's pin is 207 and a half. And that kind of told me that the bigger players that are writing premium want to keep that premium, so they kind of supported that market. Plus, we have triple witching today. That always throws monkey wrench into the current trend. So did not surprise me at all. We also have, just so you know, spiders ex dividend today, so that's going to put a gap down in the spiders. Usually something like that happens, they'll run them right back up to the 207 level again. So just be aware of that. It's not a gap down because the markets are melting down, not at all. So you have to realize the instruments that you're trading. All right, just remember that, guys. It's really important. All right, so what do we have here? Let's take a look at the markets. Today is triple witch. Anything can happen. I actually take today as a non-event day, meaning that I don't count today's action at all based on the current trend for the last 6-7 days, which is down. Can we rally next week? Absolutely. We did put a really nice reversal candle on the daily charts, which I'll show you. And gold actually put a huge reversal candle to the downside, which tells me, and part of the rally in the morning was they were coming out with rumors that the Brexit vote is going to be delayed. So they're going to push back the vote, and that actually took a lot of the uncertainty right now out of the markets, at least for the time being, for a couple of days. So can the markets rally from there? Absolutely, which is really great, because if you're looking to get short the market, you don't want to short in the whole 6 days. You want the market to rally up and then make a lower high. And we'll go into that in the chart. So let's go right into it. Let's see what we have here. We have the McClellan oscillator. Again, still really not even closely being overbought or oversold. Obviously here being oversold, not even close. We're looking at the 70, 80, 90 area, so we have plenty of room to run to the downside. This is a little different than the RSI, MACD, or any type of overbought momentum oscillator that you use. This is a very reliable. It's a little difficult to push lower or up, so this is why this is more reliable than looking at an RSI or MACD. Something like that, you want to look for the divergence, but again, the NIMO still got plenty of room to run to the downside. Okay. All right. Now let's take a look at some other indicators. Well, aside from the indicator, I got the VIX up here. I've had a lot of great emails from you guys that you traded VIX on the calls and traded some of the indices, and you're doing well. That's great. Keep sending me the emails. You can follow me on StockTwits as well. You guys got a lot of great emails out there to me. I really appreciate it. It really helps, and I really do enjoy the emails that you guys are doing well. I really love to hear it. Continue bringing them on to me. VIX. Let's take a look at the VIX. All right. So now, we did get a move to the upside. And it's real funny. I heard yesterday about the VIX. I think it was on CNBC. One of the women was saying, "Oh, the VIX is up 50%." But it's not up 50%. It's up 50% from the lows. It's still got another. It's still off 50% from the highs right now. So, just kind of foolish commentary. I also heard that we've been talking about this for quite some time, and I mentioned on the COT report, commitment of traders, and I've been telling you this guys for weeks now. And I'm a big fan of the COT report. I follow it all the time. But again, it's not a timing indicator. But when you get to like peaks and bottoms, and when you still see the dumb money continually shorting, and the smart money buying, right? They're buying up here while they're shorting. That's when you turn. That's when you get this explosive move up, and that's what we did. We call that low here. When I mentioned the VIX is only up, VIX was up 2 cents when the market was up as well last week. So that was a great call. What do you do now with it? You're definitely not buying the VIX up here. You got to wait for the market to pull down, and the VIX can come all the way back down to 15 easy 15. So let's let the VIX do what it has to do. Would I short it? No, I'm not a fan of shorting the VIX down here, and not at all. Not with the COT report. We'll see what happens when it comes out today. But I'm definitely not a fan of doing any type of short selling on the VIX. I'm a better buyer in the VIX. Okay, so here's a put call ratio, and I love to look at this when the markets start to pent up. And this is why I'm saying that we probably will continue to, we'll start looking for a bounce. 138 is very bearish. You could see here when you get to these areas here, the markets will generally start to find a bottom and bounce here. Here's the look at the ATR. Still got plenty of room to run to the upside as far as volatility is concerned. But if you see these market bottoms, you'll see when you get really overly bullish or overly bearish, you get a top and or a bottom. So right now we're getting really kind of that extended bearishness where I would say I would not suspect we rally for a couple of days, maybe going into Monday, and then maybe that turnaround Tuesday starts to happen. Okay, here is one of my favorites, as you guys know, the NYUD. Look what happened, just literally diving lower. Okay, and this is what we want to watch for. We want to watch the zero line, right? As we continue to go down zero, look what happens. Bam, market sells off. Now we're still up. We were up elevated, so that's why we rallied. But when I saw this, we took out all of these highs, and we're down here. That's not a good sign. And sure enough, we really just dumped. So we need to monitor. We need to stay below zero if we're going to get any type of true, really good sell-off. Okay, that's something that I'm going to be watching in the coming days. Now let's take a look at clean price. I love looking at this with a Fibonacci, and I do a little bit more extensive work with extensions, but I just wanted to show this nice clean. This level here, 202.77 in spiders, is something we need to continue to monitor. This is an important low. This was the low from this big move up, and now of course we sold off for 6 days, and we have this nice big reversal candle. So I'm interested in the to see if we get some follow through with this reversal candle. Okay, we take out the high here from yesterday's high, then we should move up a little bit higher, and then we'll do some targets up in here and see if we can stall. There is a couple of gap areas that need to be filled. Don't need to be filled today or tomorrow, but just something I want you guys to be aware of. Okay. Now let's take a look at the daily chart of the spiders. You could see here we have crossovers in the RSI, MACD, and we're not even oversold yet on the RSI, so we could move a little bit lower. But look what happened. We caught that area right here where I had mentioned, watch, this is a really big area, right to the penny. And now we're looking to see if we're going to come back up again. Now, is there any type of pattern here? If you want to call this a bull flag pattern or whatever. I think it's just a little too small. I'm just going to pull that out and see where we go in the next couple of days, okay? Next is a 60-minute rising wedge target hit. Remember I mentioned to you guys last week, look, got that beautiful bearish rising wedge. We had negative divergence, and sure enough, that played out. We hit that to the right to the target, and now we got a gap fill here, which we filled on a 60-minute chart. So I just wanted to show that to you. These patterns work if you can find them before anybody else does. And I don't mean before anybody, but at least before the market commentaries and CNBC start portraying, oh, there's a bearish rising wedge or a head and shoulders pattern. All right, IWM, same thing here. IWM rallied up really on just algo trading, just kind of ripped it right to the upside. Caught my proprietary price channels, excuse me, and now we need to see this start to move up a little higher. Again, you see all these hammers, these reversal candles came into play. So we'll see if we get a little bit of follow through. But guys, today is Triple Witch, and we're starting the summer months. Do yourself a favor. You make a couple of dollars, call it a day today. I mean, it shouldn't even be traded today, I'll be honest with you. But there is volatility, so there could be some opportunity today. Again, transport's the same thing. But look, that M top formation, okay, and 127.15, I don't have it on here, is the target. And we are still within that range, and we broke down, making lower lows and lower highs, okay? So again, still overly bearish on the daily charts, and the weekly charts have the head and shoulders pattern. Come next week, I will put out a little bit of a bigger video with the weekly charts on there. Less is the cues. You could see here, same thing. So all in all, quick recap. I do suspect that we could probably rally for a couple days. The pin today in the spiders is 207.50. So look out for that pin. And if we do rally today, I would suspect we get to that spider area. Okay, and remember, ex-dividend today in the spiders. That's why the spiders are down. Have a great weekend. Enjoy all, and I will speak to you next week. Take care.